All right, everybody. I have one of those ever popular Honda Accords. This particular one, I believe, is the LX model. The little badge on the back seemed to have come off. Pretty sure that's what it is because it's got a decent level of equipment. Let's tell you about it. First of all, it's a 1995 model year, and it's got 182,893 miles on it, which is, anybody that knows these Hondas knows it's got a lot of life left in it. And I've actually driven this vehicle probably over 100 miles. In fact, looks like around 112. And I gotta tell you, it runs pretty good. It's not perfect, it's squeaky, you know, it's got its little clunks here and there. But if you just want a really cheap, reliable little car to get you through the winter or maybe for a couple of years, this would be perfect for you. Nice, as you can see in the dash, no check engine or warning lights are on. The only light on is telling me that the trunk's open, as it's supposed to, because the trunk is open. All right, it does have some equipment. Let's do the power windows first. Let's see. Right rear, down and up. Front right side, passenger, down, up, as it's supposed to. Come on around. Left rear, down, and up. And of course, the ever important auto down on the driver's window and up. It works perfectly. Let's see how the mirrors work. Yep, oh, left mirror works good. Yep, there we go. Let's go to the right mirror. And that's the important one, and that seems to work just fine. Radio. One thing I did notice, it looks like it might need one of those screw-on antennas. So you're probably not going to get very good reception here. Yeah, see, there you go. But as you can see, that it does make noise. It does turn on. I can hear something coming in here, so yeah. Yeah, so the radio does work. It has a cassette. Don't know if it works. I mean, who uses cassettes anymore? It has your little clock. It's got air conditioning, which if you push the button, it does turn on. It's way too cold out today to see if any cold air comes out or not. I've only had this car in the winter, so I can't comment really on that. Looks like it's got cruise control, which I believe does work. Wipers. They do work. Horn. Horn works as it should. So all the important stuff works really good. Cruise, you push that button and then you hit the controls on the wheel here. That's how you do your cruise control. Interior wise, not bad. With this tan color, it gets, stained up pretty easily, but even still, for a 95 model year, it's actually in pretty darn good condition, as you can see. And, it's not all broken up. There's your cup holders. I mean, there is some wear and tear, as you can see right here on your armrest. Oop, my arm's in the way here, sorry. On the armrest, as it should have. I mean, come on, for 180-some thousand miles, somebody had their arm there. 4-speed automatic, which is nice for the fuel mileage. All right, let's hop out and we'll check around the outside and check everything over. There's your driver's door panel. All right, it does have the remote fuel door and trunk release. Here's your driver's seat. Amazingly, look at how nice shape this driver's seat's in. I mean, it's usually, you would think with something this old, with this mileage, it'd be all worn out, but it's not bad. It's actually a comfy little car. Here's your headliner. There you go. And let's check out the floor. It still has the custom, or I should say the factory Honda Accord floor mats. Let's look underneath. And it must have had them there its whole life, because underneath it looks pretty darn good. All right, I put this in there. I know that's filthy, and it's supposed to be. That way it keeps it clean for you guys. All right, let's see. Oh, let's go do the tires. That's what I always do next. All right, left front tire actually feels to be in very nice condition. I'm going to say that's 70-75% of the tread left. All right, left rear tire. That's just like the front, 70, 75, maybe even a little better. Come around to this side. Yep, 70-75%. And the right front, yeah, so I'm guessing it actually looks like it might have matching tires on it too. That's actually a very good sign. Okay, it's that nice green color, which goes, I think, very nicely with the tan interior. Let's do the body. All right, right front fender, as you can see, a couple of nicks there. I see no dents, no rust, no real scratches. Right front door, a couple scratches right there. But I mean, come on, folks, let's be realistic, what we're looking at. So overall, so far, it's not that bad. All right, here is your passenger side. And as you can see, a couple stains there that we couldn't get out, but nothing too horrible. There's your nice Honda Accord floor mat. I'll lift this up, let you guys take a peek underneath here. And you can see the floor looks pretty good. All right, here's the dashboard from this side. Here's the door panel. All right, let's do the door jamb, which is this part. You know, I always do this, you know, to check for rust, etc. Now we'll do the door frame. And the important part, obviously, is right down here. If you're gonna have rust, it's gonna show up in this area usually first. This car did have some rust on it that's been repaired, but not very well. But I'll show that to you. All right, here's your rear door. You know, other than a couple of minor scratches, not too bad. Let's check out the back. All right, here is your door frame, or door jamb, excuse me. Here's the back of the front seats. Now, it does look like, you know, a stain right there. I would imagine that if you got yourself some dry cleaning fluid, you could probably get that right out. I just don't happen to have any, or I would have done it. All right, door frame in the back looks very clean and rust-free. But down here, as you can see, there's some rust repaired there. And coming along to the quarter panel, as you can see, a terrible mismatch on the paint there. But some rust was repaired there. The good news is, if you want, you can go get yourself the right color paint, paint that, it'll look a lot better, but at least it stops the rusting. So that's the important part. All right, coming up the rest, the roof looks pretty clean, shiny, not too shabby. All right, let's come around to the back. Now, of course, here's your rear bumper, which has some scratches, but usually they're in a lot worse shape than this. But this was a Pennsylvania car, not like my usual city car, so it's not beat up that badly. Here's the jamb for the trunk, and here's the trunk itself. Here's another spot right here that you'll see a lot of rust in, especially on these older Japanese cars, but this one doesn't appear to have any. All right, the trunk, it's got this thing, don't know what that's for. Oh, I guess it goes right there. And let's see, does that seat fold down? I can't tell if that's a fold down seat or not, but as you can see, that's a pretty decent sized trunk. All right, what do we got under here? All right, looks like you got a spare tire and tools. I just don't see a jack. I don't know if there's one hiding somewhere, but if you come and get the car and you remind me, if I have a jack somewhere and I can give it to you, I will. I probably have some laying around. All right, here's your the back of the car, Honda Accord. This is where I think it usually says LX or something like that on it, but I'll double check. I mean, there's a couple of little scratches, etc., but nothing major. Oh, you know what? Look at this. That's actually a power antenna, so you can stick that up. You might want to replace that with a mast antenna, but that'll get your radio to work fine. All right, again, some rust repair, not done greatly on this car right here, but it did stop the rust. And again, if you want to just get some of the right touch-up color, it'll be a lot better. But other than that, looking along the roof here, not too bad. Okay. All right, coming along, and the only other spot I noticed of rust is a spot right there. But other than that, I mean, believe me, for a 95 Honda Accord, this thing really very little rust on it. All right, coming down here, and again, the doors all look great on this car. Here's the door panel, of course. This is the left rear we're looking at. And look at, there's even floor mats in the back. Very nice. All right, the door itself doesn't look like it's got any scratches, any dings, no rust. Driver's door, I don't see any dings. A couple minor scratches right there, of course. And of course, the door jamb itself. And let's do the door and see what we got. Yeah, so that's actually very pleasing to me that you can see on all the doors, they're very clean, no rust starting, so that's a good sign. All right, left front fender looks to be pretty decent. This looks like, yep, yeah, it's just a little wax that was left behind. All right, it's got the Honda hubcaps. A little mismatch on the bumper there. The front bumper looks like some of the clear coat is coming off, and there's a scrape right there. Other than that, not too bad. Let's take a look down lower and see. All right, I'll take a look underneath. I don't know what you can see under here. A lot of times I put those panels in there and you can't see anything. But there you go. At least you got to look. It is wet out today. Okay, now, as is the case on any vehicle, the heart and soul, of course, is the motor. And this is no different. This is your typical Honda motor. It's the 16-valve motor, and it sounds great. You can hear it idling, and I'm even going to rev it up for you, so here we go. Okay, you don't need to be a mechanic to know that sounds terrific. There are no high rev knocks, no lifter noise, no taps, no issues. Like I said, I've driven this car and it seems to run very nicely. Okay, so I think whoever ends up buying this car is going to end up with a pretty decent, but older, and reliable car. All right, the hood. Looking for rust. Well, doesn't appear to have any on the hood. So overall, I'd have to say this car is not bad. Okay? And again, for whatever price I end up selling it for, it's going to be well worth it. Step back a little bit so you can get a look. There you go. A couple scratches right there, but again, you can get touch up and fix that. You know, there's only so much I can do on a car before it doesn't make sense to go any further. So, and get this, very rare, but this does have a good Pennsylvania inspection sticker, emissions and the windshield sticker, both good until September of this year. So you got 9 full months if you live in PA before you have to get it inspected. Actually, I don't even know that, because in Jersey the inspection goes with the car. I'm not sure how PA works, but if it works the same, you're good. If not, at least you know it went through inspection recently. All right, folks, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take it for a spin so you guys can see how nice this car drives. All right, everyone, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news. Today is January 10th, but right here in New Jersey this week, we have had some of the coldest weather I can even remember. And I gotta tell you, this car has started no matter what, even under the coldest conditions. It's probably about 25, 26 degrees out right now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start the car up for you again, because as you saw before I started it, it was cold. Well, now the car has had a chance to warm up a little bit. I'm gonna start it again. That's just a good hint for you guys if you ever look at it for a car. Even if you don't buy from me, always make sure the car starts when it's cold and when it's warm. So, you just saw the warm start. All right, let's put it in drive, and away we go. And I'll try to describe to you any noises I hear or any odd things. You know, we'll check her out pretty good, you know, do the best we can. All right, and off we go. Here we go. Typical Honda. It's a quiet car. It's smooth. You know, it seems to, you know, go along very nicely, accelerates no problem. I mean, we went to 50 miles an hour like that, so. All right, here we go. Let go of the steering wheel, and as you can see, the car's tracking very straight down the road. Okay, we're gonna go up here in a little ways, we'll turn around. Cruise control, let's check that. Set. Yep, cruise control works exactly as it's supposed to. Great news. All right. So that's good to know. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you guys. I get a lot of really good reviews. People really enjoy the videos I do. I do it for a very simple reason. I know a lot of you people live all over the country. You can't get here to test drive the car yourself. And it's kind of unnerving bidding, even on a cheap car like this. It's unnerving spending that much money without knowing whether it runs or not. That's why I do these videos. All right, here we go. We're gonna head back now. We'll step out. Oh, one thing I'll point out. The top of the steering wheel right here is a little worn because obviously somebody drove like this for a lot of miles. You should drive like this, but a lot of people drive like that. Again, cheap, easy fix, throw a steering wheel cover on it. In fact, I have some. If you remind me, I'll let you choose from what I got. Next thing I'm gonna do is a brake test. And very simply, all that consists of, there's a vacant lot across the street from my place. I pull into the vacant lot. I know where there's a patch of loose gravel. I let go of the steering wheel and I slam on the brakes. What I'd like you to do is pay attention to the steering wheel and how it moves when I do that. And I will explain to you after I perform the test why. And it'll probably make some sense to you. Obviously you can't feel the braking, but I can. All right, here we go. Pull it in here. All right, and there's a spot. It's a little snug over and brake. Okay. If you'll notice, the steering wheel stayed straight. What you should have been looking for is if the steering wheel went wildly like that or that, that means there's a braking problem somewhere. Either the brakes aren't equalized properly or one's wearing more than another. But this car actually stopped very quickly and in a very nice, smooth, straight line. So I think that's kind of important to know. Again, you can't, unless you take the wheels off, you know, tell exactly how much brake life is left. At least you can have the confidence of knowing you can drive this car back to wherever you live and not have to worry about, you know, an immediate brake issue. I didn't hear any squeaking. I didn't hear any of that stuff. Now, I did hear a couple of clunks, not major actually. For a car with this mileage, it was actually quite minor. But again, since you can't be here to test drive the car, it's my responsibility to let you know about everything. So what that could possibly mean is a couple squeaks as the suspension is getting a little weak. It's not unsafe, it's not dangerous. I had the car checked over for that. I won't sell a car that I feel is unsafe or dangerous. But again, to be fair, since you can't be here to drive the car, I am telling you about it. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is a little recap, and then I'll end this video. Let me pop the camera off here. I apologize for my hands and everything getting in the way. Okay. This is a 1995 Honda Accord. I believe it is the LX model, as I keep saying, and the reason I believe that is because of the power windows and whatnot. 182,890, almost 5 miles now. It was just kicking over. And it's going to be, this again, this is a car for the person that needs a cheap, reliable, 4-door sedan to get themselves through the winter or through just a couple of years. All right, as you guys probably know, Hondas are pretty much known for their longevity and of course their thriftiness on fuel, etc. But this one, I have to say, starts right up, idles good, runs good, looks good, you know, but it is what it is. It's an older Honda. And you know what? This would be a great car because kids really love these Honda Accords. If you have a new driver in the house, what a perfect car this would be for them. You know, you get the Honda reliability, you get a safe little car, cheap to maintain, cheap to fix, and if heaven forbid they do smack it up, you didn't spend that much money on buying it. So there you have it. Thank you for looking at my video.